All right, y'all. So I have a few channel messages. I was actually meditating when I received a vision. And during this vision, I could see footprints being highlighted. It was like each step in front of you was being highlighted. Every step you took down this path. I didn't see what was happening directly in front of you, but I could see footsteps going out. And every step you took was highlighted. And I can remember feeling like the message that came through was, your steps are being ordered. You may not know exactly where you're going, but your steps are still being ordered, meaning wherever you are headed, it's already been ordained. It's already, wherever you are going, wherever you are headed, is already been ordained. And for a lot of you guys, that's very important because you have this mentality of saying, I can't see. I don't know where I'm going right now. But your steps are being ordered. And that within itself is the channel message. But I actually have a few channel messages for you all, not gonna lie. As soon as I hit the record button, a lot of them just went blank. Maybe that's for a reason. But we're gonna get into these messages and see what's going on, y'all. Because I have been, there's so much. So much. But let's see what's going on with y'all energy. Oh my God. So y'all right now are in the 5 of Cups energy, and I feel like that is 5 of Pentacles energy. Ooh, 5 of Cups. But you guys are in the 5 of Pentacles energy, which is really in alignment with the your steps is being ordered message. And it's because you guys, you feel like you're out in the cold. You're not necessarily sure where you're going. You don't have much yet. You're taking only what you can take. And you feel very lost and stagnant with wherever you are right now. And it's mostly because it's almost like there's this sense of void, right? Because when you're walking for a really long time without a sense of direction, you kind of get really stuck in your own head and your own mind when it comes to the path that you're on. Because for a lot of you, you're passing by a particular stage in your life that was once abundant, which is why you feel left out in the cold. You're like, for example, for some of you guys, you're going through a career shift, right? And you're ready, you know that you're ready to make a shift out of this career. It's still bearing fruit, but essentially you're ready to go. So you're passing by the stage of wanting to be in that position, but you don't necessarily know how to get to the next position. You don't know necessarily how to get to the next stage. So without that type of direction, you're just walking. Oh. Look. The 10 of Swords. Yeah, you guys are about to end a career path. For some of you guys, you're going to fired. You're going to get fired. I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to put this message out, but I have to say what I just heard in my head. Like, so for some of you guys, this is a redirection type of ordeal. You guys are about to leave something behind because I feel like for a lot of you, you know that it's time to go, but you won't leave unless something like this were to occur. Now, on the other side of that, mind you, all of these cards just dropped. And what dropped was the 6 of Cups. Y'all know how I feel about this card. It's a gift to your inner child, a new integration of who you are. You're integrating both parts of you. You're becoming stronger, wiser, more confident. You're about to become more abundant financially. For some of you guys, you're actually going to relocate. You're going to get a new opportunity. You're going to be making a different choice. Going down your own path. Oh my God. Whoa. You got the Knight of Cups. You got the Page of Pentacles. You got the death card and you got the star card. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys are leaving something behind, right? And it makes you feel left out in the cold because you don't necessarily know what's going to happen next. What you don't understand is what you just left behind created room for you to receive a new opportunity. Now, this new opportunity that's going to come in, it's going to put a death to the old. And for a lot of you guys, this is what I'm reminded of. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Rango. It's a cartoon movie with, I can't remember the actor's name. It doesn't matter. But it's a cartoon movie about how he wanted to, essentially to start his journey. It's a hero's journey. Ooh, and that's the biggest channel message that I have for you guys. It's a hero's journey. That's the channel message that I have for you all. A hero's journey. And for him, he recognized that in order for him to step into his role of becoming the star, the lead, the protagonist, the whatever, he knew that what would essentially set him off on his journey to becoming all of who he was meant to be was conflict. For a lot of you guys, and that's essentially the main thing that triggers the hero's journey, the fool's journey. It's this conflict. And for a lot of you guys, you've become very avoidant to conflict because you feel like, oh, I don't want to take another hit. I don't want to do this. I don't want to blah, 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 blah. But with this, it's going to set you out. His words specifically were, a hero cannot exist in a vacuum. What I need is some sort of conflict, some unexpected turn of events that pushes me into identifying myself, essentially, is what he said. And the funny part about it is, as soon as he recognized that, he ended up falling off of the back of the truck and into the desert, where he completely went off on another journey. And he was met with something on the road that told him, destiny, your destiny, your path has been set out. It's not as easy as you look to cross over to the other side, but it is required. And it was funny because although he knew he was meant to go on this path to enlightenment, he was still so upset at the fact that this happened first that he didn't recognize that he was literally standing in his own manifestation of what it is that he was trying to accomplish. Because essentially, this is what starts the journey of the hero. An unexpected chain of events that happen that sets the hero's direction and focus and everything. Even with the story of Hercules, the cartoon version, this is what started his journey. He fell out of place his entire life. And once he realized that he was not where he was supposed to be, he went from being in, let's just put it in layman's terms, right? Working at a desk, working a 9-to-5, doing the mundane, doing what he had to do around people that he didn't even like, until boom. Let's say, for example, he got fired from a job. Let's say, for example, he got fired. Now he's in this energy, feeling like, okay, well, where am I supposed to go now? Feeling lost. But see, what you don't understand is when you get into that energy of something being taken away from you, when you set off on the beginning path, at the beginning stages of the hero's journey, this is essentially what you go through. But what you don't understand is it creates that void that you feel is a good thing. Because when you now have an opportunity to be, you have the gift of nothing. I know that doesn't sound like a gift, but it is, right? Because think about it. Let's say you're sitting at a table that's filled with so many things. When somebody comes by and thrusts everything off the table, at first it's going to feel chaotic and it's going to feel like, what the hell did you just do to me? But essentially, when you look back at the table, you can see it as an opportunity because you have a clean slate. You can put anything on that table. Okay, part two. This is part 2 to the hero's journey. That's what I'm going to name this this message. The hero's journey. This is essentially what you're going through, right? You're going through the beginning stages of the hero's journey. And it starts off initially like this, but then you get faced with an opportunity. And again, it just goes back to Rango, right? When he first got there, he was met with, everything was already set up in place, unbeknownst to him, of course. But everything was already set up in place. The people where you ended up, the people that you ended up meeting, they were already in place. And it's funny, when you're chosen to go down a particular path and to meet certain people, you think that you can avoid it, but you can't. Literally everything in your path and your journey is just preparing you for where you're meant to go. So it may feel like this, but what you don't understand is on the other side of it, there is a group of people. There is a particular place that you are called to. And these people, they're already in position. Unbeknownst to you. It's so funny. You're the hero in the story. And the funny part about being the hero in the story is that you don't know how it ends, but people on the other side of it, when they read your story and look at everything in hindsight, they know. And they right now is the divine. That's why you've been hearing a lot of messages about the divine celebrating you. And in the astral world, in the 5D, everybody's like, hey, like they're cheering you on because they know what's going to happen. But in your world, you feel this. You're like, bruh, I feel lost. I don't know what to do. And you're going to God like, I am upset. And God's like, yes, you have no freaking idea what's on the other side. I've been waiting for you to get into this position for so long. And it's about to happen. So you've created this, this narrative in your mind that everything is going to shit and I'm just blah, blah, blah. This shit sucks. And it feels that way, right? But the divine sees it as the beginning of your hero's journey. Who you become on this journey was always destined and ordained. So on the other side of this is what you're about to run into. Opportunity. You have no idea what to do with it. You have the gift of now having a clean slate, like in the message, the part 1. You have a clean table, right? Everything is now thrown off, and at first it feels chaotic, but then you look back at the table and you realize you have an opportunity for a new beginning. You could go wherever you want to go. You can become whoever you want to become. And that within itself, it feels, look at her face. Look at how she's looking at this. She's like, what the heck do I do with this? What do I do with where do I go with this? But the funny part about this is that you have an opportunity that you don't know what to do with. And then you're going to be met with someone, with a group of people. And I keep saying a group of people because I feel like it's not just one person. It may be one person that kickstarts this off, but you're going to be in alignment with people that know what to do with your gift. Not to say that they're going to take control of it or whatever, but they know how they recognize you. Your talent, your gift is needed for a particular reason and a particular group of people. And there's only going to be a group of people that know how to recognize your sound. And then you're going to go on this fool's journey. This is how it started. And the biggest opportunity, it's like you're going to follow the breadcrumbs. And the biggest gift and the biggest message that I keep hearing over and over again is, I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side. It's like the divine already knows how this is going to end. Like there is literally nothing you can do to fuck this up. It's like you're blindlessly walking towards this. You have no idea what direction you're headed in, but the divine does. So you're seeing the situation as chaotic. You're left out in the cold. You don't know how you're going to do this. You don't know how you're going to do that. You're going to end up being a star. For some of you guys, you're going to end up being a celebrity. Here's why I say that. What you're headed towards is a gift to your inner child. It's something that you've always wanted since childhood, but you never knew how to bring it to pass. And that's because it was never about the destination. It was about the journey that you go on, the fool's journey, the hero's journey. And see, the funny part about that is that in these hero movies that you love so much, the Hercules movie, Rango, all the things, Aladdin, like all of these things, what is most important about this isn't about where they ended up. It's about who they became. And I always talk about this in my other messages, but the most important part about the journey of a hero is that they start off in an inauthentic place. The story is almost a little backwards, right? You would think that they start off knowing who they are and they go after things and they say the message that's always like the one-liner that's always like, I'm gonna go out there and become a star. Like, no. Most of the time, especially in the story of Hercules, they start off in an inauthentic place, inauthentic to who they are, inauthentic to who they're around, inauthentic. They start off in an inauthentic version of who they are, and then they go on this hero's journey that helps them to become, that helps them to integrate all parts of who they truly are in every sense of the word. It's about the journey that makes this process the most beautiful. And I think that's why when the divine is celebrating you right now, you're seeing it as chaotic, but God is seeing it as the clean slate that he finally needed to get you on the path. Mind you, you're already walking this out. So for a lot of you guys, you get afraid to make decisions because you feel like you're going to self-sabotage, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But this ending that has occurred is not just an ending of a job or not just an ending of whatever. It marks the ending and the beginning of who you've always been meant to become. And that's why I say a lot of you guys are about to become a celebrity, because your justice, for some of you, let me say this, for some of you guys, you have gone your entire life without being seen, without being heard, without being acknowledged, without being recognized. And you've gotten to this stage in your life where you were cloaked. You weren't seen, because if you were seen back then, you would have been seen by the wrong people. You weren't put in the positions that you wanted to be put in, because without the mentality and the heart posture that you have right now, you would have abused it in some way, shape, or form. That's why you can't rush into anything, right? Because the journey is what grows you up. You become prepared. You become mature. It develops you in such a way that when you finally stand in the position that you're in, you'll understand in hindsight why you didn't get it when you wanted it. And for a lot of you guys, your karmic justice, your justice is to be seen. That's why I say I think you're on the journey of becoming a celebrity. Because you've always been meant to be a star. And I feel like you've gone down this fool's journey of you started out feeling like this. You went down this journey of feeling like you weren't good enough. You were hidden amongst other people, but you were also hidden to yourself. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know you had all these talents and gifts. And even if you did recognize that, you had no idea how to utilize these gifts. You was like, okay, I have all of this potential, but what do I do with it? Like, where do I even place it? Who do I even need to be around? And you've gotten to that place where, like, you finally have an opportunity and the space and the time and the freedom to recognize that, okay, I have gifts, I have talents. And God is actually going to bring in someone who's going to help you. Everybody is already in position. They've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for you. You're come back to this video when this happens. You're going to step into a position of people who they might actually say, we've been waiting on someone like you. Or you're actually going to stand in a position where people are going to feel like familiar to you. They've been waiting for you. Part 3. Part three, these people have been waiting on you. They've been waiting for you. Because nobody like you has entered into their atmosphere yet. These people don't, they have, and they've been prepared too. There's a sound that you have that these people have been waiting for. And it's going to propel you into a level of success that quite literally makes you a star. And it's a path that you chose before you even entered into this world. It's literally a hero's journey. Who you become on this journey, how you integrate your masculine and your feminine side. You have been working your tail off. And see, you've been overexhausting yourself too, because how you've been going about getting your manifestation it's been a little bit off, because you think that you've been approaching it in a way that feels like, how can I put this? You've been going about it in the wrong way. You've been fighting and overexhausting yourself because you feel like in order for you to receive a manifestation this big, you have to burn yourself out. You have to work for it. You have to abandon yourself. You have to do all the people pleasing and the codependent shit that you're used to doing, right? Because history has shown you don't receive unless you do, right? So that mentality has been putting you in this position where you burn yourself out working all these fucking jobs that aren't actually in alignment with you, only to realize that you becoming who you are on this journey is going to produce so much more abundance, because it's just you. It doesn't feel like work. It's just an extension of who you are. And that is the real karmic justice. You learning how to choose yourself is what's going to bring in this abundance. Y'all, look at this. You're going to go from the Ace of Pentacles to the 10. You have no freaking idea how big this is going to be. And it's funny, right? Because me being the communicator of this message, I can see how the journey is going to end up. But this is all you see right now. And again, I am not separate from the collective that I read. I'm also in this energy. I don't see how this shit is going to work out at all, quite frankly. I don't know where the fuck I am going. I don't know what the heck, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know necessarily what's going to trigger this fool's journey that you're about to go on. All I know is that, spoiler alert, it's going to work out. That's all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know. You need to learn how to trust, because you can't control this. Even with me telling you this tarot message right now, it's going to be so fucking dope how this shit works out for you. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for myself, but also I'm compassionate about where you are right now. I get it. This is exactly where I am. I don't fucking know. I don't know where all of this, I don't know. We've been talking about the manifestation for so long that it sometimes just feels like a fucking fairy tale. It's like so far-fetched. None of this shit is like, but it's because the how was always hidden to you on purpose. How this is going to pan out, you have no idea. Even with me telling you, you still have no idea, because it's just going to happen. The best things in life just happen, don't they? You just gotta surrender, man. And I keep saying that over and over and over again, but it's because both you and I have to get a good understanding of what it means to let go of the outcome. And you have to get a better understanding of who you are in the process of all of this. You can't expect yourself to keep performing. You don't have to perform in order to be worthy of this. And that's the mentality that God is trying to break you out of. You keep burning yourself out, thinking that burnout is equate to success, only to realize once you finally let go and surrender, being who you are is enough. So you're about to go on a hero's journey like Hercules. And it's cute, right? Yay! But nigga, there is shit that comes on that journey. And this isn't to scare you, but it's like, it's going to expose the true you. And it's going to give you strength and talent and abilities that were always inside of you. But going in, it makes all the difference when you're on the right path. For some of you guys, you tried to force yourself into a particular career path or just whatever path you were on. It just wasn't in alignment with you. And it takes, when you go on a fool's journey, on a hero's journey, it takes an unexpected event to completely shift your focus in a direction that was always meant for you. So it's going to feel like chaos. It's going to feel like being out in the cold. But bruh, you are going to have fucking money, opportunity. You are like, this journey is going to bring you home to yourself, because this is the path that's always in alignment with you. And that makes all the difference. Being on the right path makes all the difference between burnout and feeling like living is a fucking chore and truly just flowing with life. It makes all the difference. This path was always meant for you. That's why when you get on this path, that's why I don't know if you guys are privy to like listening to other people's success stories, but sometimes, even with specifically Aaliyah Janelle, she said something that was very profound, and she said it and just kind of skipped over it, but I had an ear to hear it. She said, some people struggled to do this. But for me, it felt natural. I didn't struggle. I didn't have that same struggle or starving artist syndrome where I was just struggling there were challenges here and there, but it didn't feel like a struggle to her. She said, I didn't struggle to get here. It makes all the difference when you're on the path that's truly meant for you. It won't feel like a fight. It won't feel like a struggle. There will be challenges, but it will not feel the same as it would to be when you're fighting the struggle to get a fucking promotion at somebody else's job, building somebody else's dream. That feels like a struggle because it's not for you. Or, for example, being in a codependent ass relationship that you know isn't meant for you. It feels like a struggle because that man, that woman ain't for you, and you know it, and I know it, and somewhere on a deep soul level, they know it too. That's why it feels like such a struggle to be on the path that isn't for you, or the person that isn't for you. But when you are truly in alignment with the flow that God has for you, it hits different. It's different. It makes all the difference. You're about to go on the journey of the hero. And if you guys are into watching like cartoon movies, I don't care, I'm a big kid. Watch Rango. That has so many channeled messages in it for you, and it has a lot of insight into what this path is gonna look like. Obviously it's not gonna look the same, but the type of information that they give in regards to, and it's so funny if you were to watch it, I watched that as a kid and didn't get it, but I watched it again as an adult and it made so much more sense. It's the path of the hero that you're about to go on, the hero of your own story. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it involves other people, and these people that you're called to, the positions you're called to, they're already set in place. Everything is already in place. They were waiting for you. These people are waiting for you. This is about to unfold, and it's going to start off looking like conflict. Get ready. And y'all know, this is the bonus message, okay? This is like part 4. It's not going to be long though. But you know what I got from this card? Time's up. That's what I heard when I saw this. Time's up. For these people specifically. For some of you guys, you're going to leave your mother's house. And I mean that subjectively, right? Because, or maybe that's not the right word to use, but for some of you guys, right? You've been living up under your family. You've been living up under people. You've been living up under your hometown. Time's up. You're about to leave a certain group of people behind and go on the journey of the hero. This boat can look like it's coming or it's going, and it can come to pick certain people up, but certain people can't come with you. And this looks like a messenger specifically to them while you're gone. Or it's coming to get you. For some of you guys, God has been giving prophetic dreams to the people around you. God has been giving prophetic dreams to these people. Your sister, your mother, your children, they have been receiving prophetic dreams about you. They know that you're about to go. They've been having dreams. Some of them might actually come up to you and tell you, hey, I had a dream about you. You were leaving. I had a dream about you leaving and going somewhere. Everything around you. And that's how you know this journey is sent out by God. He prepares not just you, but the people around you. And God has been telling these people about where you're about to go. God has been telling the people around you, and not just your immediate family. God has been giving insight into people like in your past too. God has been dropping messages about you to the people around you. That's why this path is going to be filled with so much confirmation. You have no freaking idea. You're going to have so much confirmation on this path. You're going to have people reaching out to you saying, hey, you were in a dream. Yeah, I had a dream about you. What? Oh, and you're going to ask, okay, boom, what happened in the dream? You were leaving and going somewhere. For some of you guys, you're going to have multiple people saying that. I had a dream that you were leaving somewhere. I had a dream that we were going somewhere. I had a dream that you were gone. Not in the sense of death. Not in the physical sense of death. I had a dream that you were leaving to go somewhere. God has been preparing not just you, but the people around you. And God is about to come to them with the same message. Because see, before he was just giving them the message of, hey, this is about to happen. Hey, this is about to happen. Now he's going to come to them with the message that time's up. It's here. It's time for them to go. They have to go now. They have to go. And I felt sad almost saying that. Because leaving people behind, it seems good in the moment, right? It's like, yeah, I'm ready to leave behind and go on the journey. But this is your family. This is friends. Not everybody that's surrounding you, even the people in the past. Yeah, it may not have ended the way that you like, but not everything ended bad. There is a level of grieving that comes with you leaving. And time's up. You might have had this narrative in your mind that, oh, people don't really think about you. People, they ain't studying me. Even people in your past, right? Because they put on a good front, right? I ain't studying her. I ain't doing this. I ain't really. But when you gone, different story, ain't it? Sometimes you take for granted the people that are in front of you. It's a very old saying. You gonna miss me when I'm gone. Very old saying. And again, this does not mean you're gonna die. This means that a certain version of you is over with and it's time to go on the path that was always meant for you. I'm not telling anybody you're about to die, okay? I'm telling you that God has been mentally and spiritually preparing the people around you. There are things that people know about you that you have no idea. And it's because they have dreams and revelations about you that God gives them. God told even your enemies This is about to come. God even told your exes, this is who she's going to turn out to be. And for some of them, it's almost like they were like, nah, that's just a dream. Nah, that's just a dream, right? And then it happens. See, you don't have to be a prophet to receive revelation. God pours out his spirit onto all of his children. It's your opportunity to either receive it or not. That doesn't make it any less true. That's like God giving you a dream that, hey, you shouldn't go down this path. Hey, you shouldn't. Or, for example, God can give you a dream that says, you're not going to get this, but it's because something bigger is coming. And then the day comes where you end up getting rejected for a specific position. And you're all upset about that. But you forgot the other end of the revelation where God said you are going to end up getting something better. So you're pissed off about the rejection. And then the day comes where something bigger happens. God told you this was going to happen. That's the whole point of the part 4. Whatever this is, God told not just you, but the people around you that this day was about to come. And then the day comes where it's time for you to move, where it's time for you to get on that plane, where it's time for you to go out and get that opportunity, where it's time for you to move out and be on your own, where it's time for you to get, it's time. And time's up for these people who kept avoiding it. They avoided this. They ignored it like it was a joke. Oh, she's always going to be stuck. She ain't going. It ain't going to be her. It ain't going to be her. Then you turn out to be the richest motherfucker in the land. Turns out it's you. They got the, you turn out to be the fucking star. They knew this. And I want you to remember this too when you standing in this position. They may act like they didn't know, but they did. 11:11 on the clock as I say that. The people around you and the people that discarded you, they received revelation about who you were, but they didn't believe it until it finally fucking happens. Mark my words. You may think none of these people are studying you right now. You may think, but a lot of these people knew who you were before you knew who you were. But they tried to discredit it. They tried to push it in the back of their mind. And even some of them projected onto you and tried to bring you down to your level and contribute to the fears and all the things, right? They tried to contribute to your insecurities to make you yourself look down at yourself. But then it still happens. They did everything that they could to try to belittle you and bring you back down to size and humble you. What the fuck did that stop? What did that, to any of the cross watchers that see this message, like, what did that stop? What, if God is for you, who be against you? Silly Billy. How'd that work out? To see a lot of you guys, you thought you were like stopping somebody else, but you honestly just stepped into a self-fulfilled prophecy. You wanted somebody else's downfall only to end up in a shitty position that you wanted somebody else in. And the funny part about it is you ain't even have to. So one person succeeding doesn't mean somebody else's demise. It doesn't have to mean that. It just means it just ain't your time yet. But see, you chose to take it in that way. Now you gotta watch. Because this was always destined to happen. All you did was contribute to this person's success. That's honestly what you did. You helped this person. How do you feel about that? And this isn't about bragging and boasting and trying to like throw anything in your face, but how does that make you feel? To know that what you thought you were portraying them, and what you actually did was betray yourself. That's tough.